Been halted, is now 15-8. They've taken the 2-1, but I can see 2-1 on the board in front of me. 11-4 Courlis Pontet, 4-1 against Fanfoni, very strong. 5-1 in easy Linton Rocks, and 12 bar.
They've got 19 fences of various shapes and sizes to take, and towards the first, which is a bank with a hedge, it's Linton Rocks who is the first to jump away. From Deniture and Little Len, a right-hand turn now. Courlis Pontet back in the field with Fanfoni and Linden's Lotto, and Tony McCoy replacing Adrian Maguire as the back marker as they head towards the second. Over this one, good jump by Linton Rocks. Little Len had a long look at that ditch rail and hedge, and now they move on to the third, which has quite a drop on the landing side. And it's Linton Rocks from Deniture, and they're a little way clear of Little Len, and Fanfoni, Courlis Pontet and Linden's Lotto over that drop fence. And safely over that, all six with Linton Rocks from Deniture. Quite a run to the fourth. It's in two parts. You can choose one of two ways to go. But they've got a left-hand sweeping bend to take first before they approach this next fourth fence, which will begin a climb onto the far side. And it's Linton Rocks by a length to Deniture, about 6 lengths to Little Len, then Fanfoni, Courlis Pontet, and finally Linden's Lotto. So now they take this left-hand turn and approach this fourth fence, a divided birch fence. Deniture and Linton Rocks both taking it on the inside. The only horse to take it on the outside was Linden's Lotto. Perhaps he knows something. The next, a Grand National style fence. Spruce, one of the biggest on the course, 4 foot 7.5 inches. No metric measurements yet here at Cheltenham. As they approach this one, the fifth, Linton Rocks in the noseband on the outside of Deniture. So practice for Aintree there. Little Len over in third, Fanfoni, Courlis Pontet. Linden's Lotto wasn't absolutely foot perfect as that. And they now got a right-hand turn. They take a looping turn before they face up to the sixth. Linden's Lotto, 15-8 favourite on the off. Courlis Pontet at 11-4 and 4-1 bar the two. Those are the prices at starting as they approach this next fence. Number 6, a ditch rail and hedge, 4 foot 7. And Linton Rocks leads Deniture to this, booted into it. Little Len over in third from Fanfoni, then Courlis Pontet and Linden's Lotto. Still a steady hunting pace with a long way to go, still on the first circuit. The next fences come up quite quickly. A bank with a hedge now for Linton Rocks, who takes it well, starting downhill, slanting back across the course. The next now, Linton Rocks from Deniture, Little Len and Fanfoni, Courlis Pontet, and then Linden's Lotto. And the last fence on this circuit, the log with the hedge. And boys, Jim and John, they're all jumping well so far.
Yeah, the one Irish horse just made a little blunder, Little Len, early on. I think one fence just took him by surprise, and he wasn't too clever there. And Linden's Lotto just got a little bit close to one. But by and large, they're jumping well. They've got a decent gallop, considering the ground's really testing in the middle. And it looks as though the pace that they've gone will end up with a really good finish.
Covered the best part of 1.75 miles now as they once again cross the racecourse proper and head back to this ditch with a rail and a drop on the landing side. Linton Rocks and Deniture, they've been disputing it all the way so far. Courlis Pontet has improved into third place. The Joe Tizzard ridden Courlis Pontet from Fanfoni in the headgear on the rail, and then back in the field to Little Len and Linden's Lotto. And once again, this long run around a left-hand turn before they approach that divided birch fence again. 308 Scoop 6 tickets resting on Linden's Lotto here. He's still in last place and was a very uneasy favourite, as Big Mac pointed out in the last few minutes before the race. Linton Rocks has a definite lead now over Deniture as they jump this divided birch fence. Courlis Pontet has made steady headway into third. Fanfoni, then Linden's Lotto, now improving under Tony McCoy. and relegates Little Len to last as they head back towards the Grand National style fence. And it's still Linton Rocks and Mick Fitzgerald. It's much a brain teaser for the jockeys here as a test of stamina. They've got to find their way around this twisting course. Linden's Lotto got a little bit short of room as Dennisher made a mistake there on the inside, but the favourites move right up. The only one that's detached now is Little Len, as they once again race round a right-handed loop towards the 15th of the 19 fences. A big wide ditch, rail and hedge, and Linton Rocks has made most of the running, but Famphony nipping up the inside. Then in behind them, breathing down their necks, both Courlis Pontet and Linden's Lotto, last year's winner from Dennisher and Little Len. As they take this one, mistake there by Famphony. Dennisher and Little Len both getting a bit tired as the main contenders now run downhill towards the next line of 3 fences, and then they'll run round the final turn back onto the racecourse. That's 4 out they've taken, and Linton Rocks lands in front from Courlis Pontet. 3 out came very quickly. Courlis Pontet going very well alongside his stable companion Linton Rocks. Then Famphony and Linden's Lotto back in 4th place as they landed over that one, and Courlis Pontet fairly running away in front over that one. Linton Rocks ranges alongside again. Linden's Lotto, who's got quite a good kick from the final bend, goes into 3rd place, then Famphony, and now they race for the final left-hand turn and their final obstacle in the straight, which is a stuffed up hurdle, 4 foot 6 inches as they straighten up now, and it's Courlis Pontet from Linton Rocks in 2nd. Linden's Lotto, though, is beginning to bridge the gap on the far side under Tony McCoy, and he's a very game galloper indeed. He always fights hard and long. Here's the final flight they're coming to. Courlis Pontet edging left slightly from Linden's Lotto. Linden's Lotto nods on landing, chewing the grass, and Courlis Pontet is quickening well in front in the hands of Joe Tizzard. Courlis Pontet is extending now, 5 to 6 lengths over Linden's Lotto, and Courlis Pontet runs away with the Sporting Index Select Chase. Linden's Lotto crosses the line in 2nd place. Then the long-time leader Linton Rocks, 1st and 3rd for the Paul Nicholls stables. Back in 4th was Famphony from Dennisher, and Little Len, the other Irish runner, a very long last. Well, Courlis Pontet, an ex-French horse, the 11-4 winner of this Sporting Index Select Chase, ridden by the stable jockey Joe Tizzard.
The win paid £3.70, the place is £2 exactly and £1.60, and the dual forecast £4.10.